I'm very anti-white patriarchy, anti-white beta male. I'm not going to let a white beta male top from the bottom. I'm a findom first. That's my energy, specifically Lady Anaconda. But there's plenty of white guys, I guess, in the lifestyle community who their wives like them or whatever and like to be kinky with them, or I'm sure there's plenty of them that are respectful. Maybe they're not total racist, resentful, sexist, trying to top from the bottom, manipulative, want to be alpha cuck losers like some are, and they can have a nice, consensual, respectful, fun, kinky experience where they're not having to be completely belittled or humiliated or controlled. But there's also, if there's one thing, the opposite exists too. So there's just a lot of dynamics out there that aren't as ideal as maybe some of the very happy cuckoldresses who have their cuck husbands who are very well trained, respectful, submissive, and not, I don't know, losers to the Black Kings. I'm sure there's plenty of them that know to stay in their lane, but those sissy cucks are just trying to top from the bottom, and those reluctant cucks are just obnoxious. And that's what I like to deal with, because I have been able to reform some. So it's that everybody else can go deal with everything that's already perfect. Don't worry, I'll handle the BS, no problem.
That's all right there. In a previous video that I had to cut up because it was probably a little too much for YouTube, but you go in on the sissies,
specifically. So not just like a cuckold, a man who is submissive but doesn't identify as gay or sissy, or and by that I mean desiring or wanting to be dominated by a man or made to serve a man or whatever. The sissies are basically they're bratty girls. They want attention. So it's they're the most obvious example of how the cuckolds are using their cuckoldress to serve a Black man or man by proxy. The sissy is the fully evolved form that basically is just no, honestly, I just want to be a girl myself and I don't even need the dom here. I just want to get fucked by a Black guy. And that's a really obnoxious energy a lot of times. So it's a special balance to have a sissy who is actually submissive, actually, focus on the dynamic with the cuckoldress, and needing and wanting and respecting that dynamic outside of just, whoever you're serving Black King wise that day. So my cuck Bob is much more of a cuck, even though he is he's a sissy, but he knows that he'll never be a hot sissy girl. He gave up on that a long time ago, so he doesn't go down that road really. I can dress him up as much as I want for entertainment, to humiliate him. Certainly he sexualizes all of that, but there's sissies that really for their own desires, they don't call themselves a trans woman. Sometimes they do, but they will fully commit to the feminization lifestyle, whether they have a dom or not, whether they have a mistress or not. So that's a very interesting world of its own that I definitely have a lot of opinions on.
I'm pretty sure you do.